Magically you get Hawkmoon, you're like, wow, this healer actually does a lot. And then you grow up and you take your training pants off and you turn into a big boy.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. If you're curious about any other hero in Empires and Puzzles, you can view my website at anchorgame.com. There you will find I've graded every single hero with a calibrated team of graders. This resource will always be free. Thinking about supporting the hero grades and the breakdown videos? You're welcome to donate. Otherwise, feel free to share this resource with a friend. I have my exclusive line group called Anchor Cove, where you gain access to myself and tons of other experienced players with on-demand information and resources. If that piques your interest, all that information is on the opening page of my website with a short video. Let me dive into today's hero breakdown.
Hey, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Today we're doing a brand new hero breakdown on Hawkmoon. She's got some precious thorns coming to jab at ya. She's got 478 on her attack, 446 on her defense, and 637 on her health. Statistically, the attack power is pretty bad, defense is pretty pathetic, but I am appreciating her health total. She is running at average speed. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It is a free massive turn-based dark fantasy RPG. If you want a huge head start in Raid, all you gotta do, click on the link in the description. If you're a new player, you'll get a 1-day XP boost, 3 Raid Flasks, 1 Ancient Shard, 1 Void Champion Bulwark, and 50 gems. All your treasure, it's waiting for you right over here. She's got a very straightforward direct hero special. Recovers 32% health for all allies. Pretty cool. This was actually one of the first and kind of only healers that we had in 3 stars. It's kind of annoying not having healers too many abundantly in the 3 stars, but she definitely fits the bill. And it's funny, we talked about it on stream. It was like Sharon's upgrade, where you had the little 1-star healer and you're trying to send her all the way up, and then magically you get Hawkmoon, you're like, wow, this healer actually does a lot. And then you grow up and you take your training pants off and you turn into a big boy. She is part of the cleric class emblems. If you're throwing some emblems on her, you don't care about it all her attack power. You're going all defense and all health all the way through. And if there's any mana spots there, you're going to click that as well too. As far as what she does on the Titan, she is going to get a B grade against the Titan. In the beginning and intermediate alliances, I'm sure you can maybe find some usage out of using her on those little baby Titans. Kind of keep your guys alive potentially, especially if you're trying to hit out of your league. I could see maybe some usage. Her attack power isn't that great, but she is just kind of healing. So maybe fits into a little bit of a spot when you consider using her on Titans, but overall in the grand scheme of things, you're not going to be using this character on the 14 stars or even really going up too far into the Titan train. So some usage, but not the best character. We take a look at what she does on offense. She is going to get an A grade. I do appreciate what she does. Again, I mentioned this was one of the very few characters that were released in the 3 stars that actually heals, and she heals quite good for a 3-star. You know, you recover quite a bit. I do like that. Solid character. Just having a healer is really important, especially on offense. So you could be using her with a lot of different teams. In the beginning of the game, could have been one of those characters that you used quite a bit, and as you grew up, your account grew, you probably forgot about her. Still a solid character for 3 stars for sure. She is going to get that A grade. Now, when we take a look at what she does as far as a tank, she is going to get a B. I don't really see too much of usage out of her. Obviously, she's not pressuring the other team by her just healing, so you can just throw a whole bunch of tiles in her. You don't really care, and then you charge up your guys. She's healed, it doesn't really matter, and then you can fire everything all off at once. Having a healer that does no pressure is going to be really awful in the tank position. She is going to get the B grade. Now, where she does have some usage maybe is going to be in the flanking position. So right next to the tank, you might have the ability to have her go off maybe a couple of times. She kind of heals your guys. You're not really expecting her too much, and it's going to be kind of annoying if she heals and you don't really need her to, don't want her to, especially if you're fighting into her. So it could be a little bit of a problem, and probably where I see she best fits, it's going to be right there in the flanking position. So she is going to get an A-. Now looking at her win grade, she is going to get the B+. There is some usage for you to be using her all the way in the corner. The only unfortunate thing is that your other characters are probably dead at that point. So I'm not a huge fan of throwing my healers all the way in the very far corner in the wing. So she is going to get an overall grade of a B+. As far as her defensive stance, if you're looking at 3 stars, she is a little bit one of those better characters that you could be using. Now getting into the weekly raid grade, this is probably the most important part because you're probably wondering how do you actually utilize these 3 stars in these weekly raid tournaments. So on Rush Attack, she is going to get a B+. She is a solid character to be running it very fast. Maybe this goes into an A-. I see a lot of usage out of this character. I do like using her when I need her on Rush Attack, so she is pretty solid. So I do like her quite a bit. She is going to get that B+ grade there. Now when we look at her buff grade, she is going to get a B grade. I'm not a big fan as far as what she does on buff. She does help you out a little bit by recovering that 32% health, but as far as her being relevant in that category, it's not really going to be adding too much. So just a character that you're going to be using, but not anything too amazing. She's not going to be awful, but I see that she could be used. Now obviously in Bloody Battle, don't do it. I see this happen all the time. I don't know why you guys insist on putting healers in on Bloody Battle, but please stop doing that. She's gonna get a D grade. I know maybe it's a little bit confusing in those healing wars and Bloody Battle. You cannot heal. It does nothing. You gain 0 life. Don't do it. She's gonna get a D grade. She is gonna get the overall grade of an A-, with her being really solid on offense. She could be helpful on defense. I actually like this character a bit. It was one of my favorite characters kind of in the beginning of the game. Obviously you grow a little bit, but definitely some usage if you need her in the Rush Attack, possibly in the buff. So let me know in the comments, did I get this right? Thanks so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.